Jane Petrol, oh, we already have Jane Petrol.
Petrol. Yes,
Yeah, okay.
I think. Oh, shit. There you go. Thank you. Audio visuals, guys.
You can use that.
I think I can stand it here if that's okay.
Yeah.
People are welcome to come and look at. I was here on the 29th when the first special use application came before the planning board. I live on 5 Shortcut Road, the property adjacent to this applicant's request to build a 24-hour, 100-unit self-storage commercial business. These are some photos that I had back in January. There were some issues brought up at the time saying that this will go through no matter what, so come up with a compromise. I am a tax-paying homeowner here in the town. I love this town. I bought my home 9.5 years ago, and I bought it from the Benedums, who I know many of you know in this town, know their family. I bought it from them. They chose me as the buyer of this house. I'm not from New York originally, I'm from Maryland. I was in the city. And they wanted me to have this house because they could see that my care and concern for this property, for this town, was true. And I wanted nothing more than to fix up the house, make the property better. Over the years, I have engaged local businesses to help me with my house. I'm a single woman on this property. I've hired people to help paint it. I eat at the local diners. I buy the local goods and services of this town. I have nothing against Frank Kratz and a successful business. I'm trying to be a successful business person myself. But I chose this place to come and invest in because I want this for my future. It was a dream I always had. My mother's here tonight. She helped me go for this dream. And when this first came about, I found out at Christmas time that cement was being poured a week later, and the gentleman, the applicant, said that he had a permit. I have yet to see this permit that was issued. I also was told that it was stopped and a special use app had to be provided all of a sudden. I'm just miffed that the original permit was never even presented. So I don't fault the applicant, I fault the procedures of this town, because I'm a law-abiding citizen. I follow the laws, I respect the laws. And I'm here because this is a 24-hour self-storage business. It's going to be put up right next to my home. If any of you have seen my house, you know how close it is. And I thought, wow, this isn't so neighborly. Why didn't anyone tell me? Why didn't anyone come, knock on my door, put a sticky, even say, hey, I'm going to build a business, and even say, I want this to be harmonious, because I'm all for harmonious businesses and homeowners coming to this town and investing in this town. My friend Steve told me about this place. I'm telling other friends to invest in this town and buy properties, fix them up. And our tax base is almost 50% second home ownership. Since the cement has been laid, I've talked to real estate brokers, and my property is devalued. The main point that I care about is that my dream is taken, has been stolen from me, because I bought this house for peace, tranquility, quiet enjoyment, and now that is gone. Now I have to be concerned that this business will be right next to my property, 24 hours a day, trucks coming and going, and I'll have to be worried about my own safety, because I don't know who's coming unmanned, and I want you guys to think about the extent of this proposal. 3 buildings. And then what next? You know, no one has seen a rendering of what this building looks like. It's drawings, it looks completely innocent. And oh, it'll bring business. Who's it profiting? Is it profiting the town? Is it profiting one person, one family? Well, why not put this business in a commercial zone? Why is it going against this agricultural zoning, which is what I bought into for peace and quiet, enjoyment, and investment for my future? Why did he have to choose this? I I ask questions because on the 9th, this land was purchased, and before the new year, cement is laid. And I just find it a little suspicious, a little deceptive. I also call into question the application. This application is incomplete. It is inconsistent with what is required. So I disagree with the gentleman who said everything has been fully filled out, because I've seen these documents, and I welcome everybody to see the applications. There are unchecked portions of the special use application. In the original application, it says this is a storage building. In the special use application, it says it is a warehouse. This is a 24-hour self-storage commercial business of 100+ units. That to me sounds like 100 people needing storage. Again, it's great. It's a great business. It's a $1 billion business. If you Google it, you see it. But it doesn't belong on this beautiful stretch of land that is the gateway to Cochecton. It belongs in a commercial zone. And so I find it strange that even when the Sullivan County DOT is asked to give a recommendation to our town about traffic safety, about visual, about safety, at the last meeting, I heard that it was basically disregarded. We have home rule. We don't need to pay attention to these safety concerns. There is a high school in the area. This is a 50-mile-an-hour farm road that goes onto Shortcut Road, my road. And people going up Shortcut brake, they drive right through the stop sign every time. Coming down the other direction, 50 miles an hour. Now there's going to be a new driveway put in. We're here meeting, and nobody has even seen these site plans. I haven't seen the study. Oh, now I can look at this and assess and know that this is safe. I just can't believe that the planning board kind of just said, oh, we don't need to take the recommendation of the county. Well, then why did we even bother sending this to Sullivan County DOT? Nobody seems to care. So I am saying this to share this with you guys. And I'm also here because I feel like after talking to people over these several months, residents of this town, I'm finding there's a lot of fear. People are afraid to speak up. People are feeling that the town's been ruined. And I'm saying, well, at least I can speak up and share what I've learned. And I'm a law-abiding citizen. And I just want our planning board to follow its own laws and to look at the comprehensive plan, which is on the website for all of you to read, and you'll see what's there. If you want to change those laws, you change those laws, but at this point, everything that I see that's happening is illegal, or at least seems to be. I wish nothing against Frank and his family. I didn't find it was very neighborly. That was just, I got a call one day and said there's a construction crew next to your house. I think somebody said, Marilyn, I said, the others, I'm sure you'd be upset if somebody plopped that down next to your house. Anyway, I think I've covered all my points. I do have a video here. I don't know if anybody knows the roadway. And then I'll be done.
Do you want to show that to the board, or do you want to show that to the?
I can show it to the board, and then, these are, I did send these to the board a couple months ago.
I never received them.
Well, I sent it, I guess it didn't get through to you guys. It's very difficult also when there's no emails to send information so the planning board can be informed.
I have an email.
I was told we weren't allowed to have your email by the planning board clerk.
Go through the clerk.
Yeah, through the clerk, and she's, I hope she's, and I hope is the Wi-Fi pretty good here? Anyway, I just did 2 short videos to demonstrate road safety. I guess it's gonna buffer. It's just buffering. So just queue up a little more. Okay. I mean, even though I think what we're hearing tonight is that the roadway is being moved, proposed last month. Okay. You guys can hear it.
This is the Y intersection, and Part 5 and 55, Shortcut Road that cuts this way. And as you can see, my driveway is my hope is that the traffic study will just take us of the situation and perhaps south. But ultimately, realizing the land is being disrupted and we stick to the laws of the town of Cochecton to preserve this land for something more appropriate.
It's very traffic, very traffic. And then this is the other one that's even shorter, it's only a minute long.
Riding on 252 for my house.
That's that. So that just shows the speeds at which people travel on that road. That's it.
What are those pictures in?
Are these? This is my property, and the land, that's the field in question that I've been enjoying having as, it's been farmed for hay baling, I believe, over the years. And then this is what's currently been laid, and this is the road that I feel has been torn up by just construction vehicles back in January. Oh.
Part-time,
I am involved in quite a few of these things. I'm from another town, and it sounds like there's been some major mistakes here. But at this point, I can't see what this project is hurting in this area. It's not a major route, it's like a secondary road. And by the time it's all done, I'm sure Jane has seen other storage places in other places. And I'm sure once things grow back in, the cosmetic appearance will be adequate for where it's been just a farmer's field. Now, in the town I'm in, the deal with the road, if it wasn't an old road used by the farmers where they come in and out with the manure spreaders or hay wagons, they had to have like so many feet either side of it. But it sounds like you've changed the road entrance and everything. So at this point, I guess I just don't understand why this project was stopped. That's the way I feel. And I'm involved in quite a few of these other ones in another township. I was hoping to hear a little bit more about the permit and stuff. Maybe I will. That's all I got to say.
Hey, Jim, one sec, let me just, I just wanna explain maybe just real quick about the zoning in our town, real quick. The districts, so just so they, is it already, not to discuss that?
After,
Okay.
let's go through public
Okay.
hearing.
next is,